Good day, ma'am and classmates. I am Cedric Jan de Guzman, enrolled in Med 506 Advanced Qualitative Research. In my report, I will be talking about how to present the result or findings in qualitative research, primarily research examples or types like phenomenology, case study, and action research. So let's start. So I have here. So firstly, let's talk about presenting result in phenomenology research. So I'm sharing this research study entitled Experience of Primary School Teachers regarding individualized education program and mainstreaming integration in Turkey. It focuses on the live experience of primary school teachers regarding IEP, implementation, and inclusion. The research tool used is semi-structured interview with 17 teachers. Looking at the result, let's see the result. Ayan. And looking at the result, these were organized into teams. And these were organized into teams, core meanings, and descriptive narrative. Core meanings and descriptive narratives. So, so looking at the figure 1, looking at the figure 1 of this research, the researcher used a concept map. The central color shape represent the core theme. So, and then the surrounding major categories represent sub-themes. So, the IEP, special education, student with special needs, okay, meaning, these are the sub-themes or clustered meanings derived from the participant's response. And the smaller connected bubbles contain significant statements, participants' expression, or the interpreted meanings that support each sub-themes. So let's look at some examples. Like for example, this one. So well prepared and well executed. It is a result of, and it is concise. To me, I have no time. Okay. This one's and so after presenting the figure and paragraph that elaborate now follows. The main themes follow and the paragraph, okay, accompanied by direct quotations. Example, this one, and by direct quotations from the participants. So this kind of presentation of result continue until the very last identified theme of this research. And this is the figure 2 and till the very last. And this is the figure 3 and figure 4. So again, suggested flow is in presenting this kind of presentation of result is introduction to findings, explanation of thematic map, theme 1, discussion, theme 2 discussion, theme 3 discussion, and it follows theme 4. Then the overall synthi- synthesis and synthesis. Now, why this works in phenomenology research? This approach is effective because it organizes complex live experience visually, It shows the relationship among meanings and it makes things easier to understand. So let's go to the second research example. So let's look at the case study sample entitled Integrating Formal and Informal Subsystem, a case study of Promise Cities early care and education model. It focuses on the effective practice in a city's early childhood education system with participants that involve parents and partner organization. The results are presented through tables and narrative interpretations. So in this research, let's see. Yan. So themes were clearly identified here. And also each table represent only one major finding or topic. The title briefly describe and then the content of the table. It's the title, content of the table. And so take note on the common columns used in qualitative research. The theme, these are the development dimension of development. This is the theme or the category. Okay. And from here, by the way, the theme or the category uh, is the main findings of the researchers. And this is where we put it. So we will just use the table one as an example. And then the code or the sub-theme, these are the smaller group idea. And then the frequency or ranks, this one. This now pertain to the number of participants mentioning it. So we could observe it from table one. This is the average rank. And from table two, we have here the number of participants and number of participants and the parent one, parent two, parent three. Mm, and so from here, we could also use uh, from the table three, we could also use a label. So P1 from here, from the example, the researcher used P1 for parent 1, then P2 for parent 2, and so on. Yan. Okay. And there you go. Now, let's take note also for the participants' quotes. These are the evidence from the interviews. So, as we can see from table 1 to 3, there are examples of parent quotes or the response of our participants. Okay. So, from main team, the frequency or ranks, then quotes or the response of the participants from the table two, the amount of time. These are also the response from our participants. Okay, that's how we present our result using a table. But here in the table three, there is an additional part. This one is, I think, these are the partners. So you may add, no? Yan. So the researcher put the partners of the learning and the partners of the parents. And lastly, we have to take note on the interpretations. These are now the researcher's explanation. So That is after the table below it is just the researcher would explain. Now, the content of the table, how it is being written, like that. Okay, so like after each table, paragraphs that contain the explanation of the table follows, like that. Then remember, never present a table without explanation. So there is always an explanation. After discussing the table, after discussing, relate the findings to existing theories or studies and explain similarities or differences. So we go now to the third example research. So let's look at an action research entitled Developing Research Competence Among Graduate Students Through an Online Book Club. The process involved in this study include identifying the problem, planning, acting, observing, and reflecting. The results were presented chronologically through action research. So after conducting and explaining the action research cycle, here present the identified themes supporting statement from the participants. So it follows the following steps. First, introduction of data analysis. Yan. This one. And then second, explanation of thematic analysis process. And third, presentation of team one. And fourth, presentation of team two. And fifth, presentation of challenges or limitation if applicable. And then sixth, presentation of recommendation. Yeah, that. Then the overall synthesis of findings. So thematic analysis allows researchers to understand not only whether an intervention worked, but also how and why participants experience in a certain ways. So additionally, if we see in this paper, no tables were presented or uh, organizer, only paragraphs. This is to elaborate the identified themes and which are the experience, uh, the design, and the recommendation. So unlike uh, unlike the phenomenology and case study action research, it emphasized cyclical presentation of results. The findings were discussed according to the stages of planning, acting, observation, and the reflecting. Participants' reflection, thematic, summaries, and collaboration learning outcome were also emphasized. To summarize, phenomenology is focused on theme, participants' quotation, and meaning-centered descriptions, while case study uh, the examples that I've used, the researcher used tables, conceptual frameworks, and contextual analysis. And while in action research, its uses on cycles, intervention stages, reflection, and progress monitoring. But all three studies use descriptive discussions, but each design presented findings differently according to its purpose. So that's all po. Thank you very much.